Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Koiken Otome. Even though I was able to return to the academy from the research lab, it was determined that I needed a few more days of examinations, so I've been absent from classes and training. Instead, I've been at the research lab undergoing constant examinations all day. It's basically no different than last time, it's just a different daily routine I've been pitched into. By the way, Akane has already returned to her classes. Well, I suppose it's no surprise since I was the root cause of her rampage. Still, I'm a little lonely. But Yuzu's here. At least the one examining me is my trusted friend Yuzu. It seems like this is also part of C class's first-hand Doryoku research curriculum. I am a little relieved that it's her though.
はい、次は血圧と心拍機能についてチェックしてみますね。
Wait, didn't we do the same thing yesterday?
体調とかのコンディションと動力アンプとの因果関係を調べているので、毎日の基礎チェックは重要なんですよ。
Is that right?
面倒かもしれませんけれど、少しだけ我慢してくださいね。
With that, Yuzu wraps a blood pressure cuff around my arm.
ワイヤレスですから動いても大丈夫ですよ。
Are you saying I should move then?
わかりますか？軽い運動をして血圧の変動を記録したいんです。
Yuzu laughs and sticks her tongue at me for jumping ahead. I'm really glad you're in charge of the examinations, Yuzu.
実は誠一さんの幼なじみだからって無理言っちゃいました。
Forced?
はい。子供の頃から誠一さんのことを近くで見てたから変化に気づきやすいですって。
Well, that's only half right. We haven't even seen each other's faces since we parted ways.
バレなくてよかったです。
Yuzu giggles as if she had just made a prank love confession. No, really, I'm very glad you're the one in charge. In that research lab, I felt like I was turning into a monkey or a lab rat or something. I'm pretty fed up with being treated like a guinea pig.
でも
Suddenly, Yuzu's expression darkens. But, what's wrong?
いえ、なんでもないです。独り言ですから。
Liar! It's written all over your face.
嘘とか言ってないですよ。
Oh, so maybe you were just hiding things? My, oh my, in the time that we haven't seen each other, you've become the kind of girl who hides things? Every person hides things. I make a show of being disappointed and Yuzu hangs her head. If it's not a matter of confidentiality, how about we talk about it? I might be able to help you out.
はい。でも
Yuzu becomes engrossed in her thoughts with her head still hung.
もしかすると研究の担当がゆずじゃなくなるかもしれません。
What do you mean? Would that mean Misa-sensei would be doing it? Yuzu quickly shakes her head at my question.
実は誠一さんの研究を譲れって先輩方から言われているんです。
They're not threatening you, are they?
まさか皆さんいい先輩方なのでそんなことはしませんよ。譲らないと学園に居づらくなるって言われたり、提出用のレポートがいつの間にかゴミ箱に入ってたり。
That's totally blackmail.
でもゆずなんかよりずっと優秀な先輩方ですから研究結果も違ってくると思うんです。
So you think that the upperclassmen are better than you?
誠一さんの力は世界的に見ても類を見ないものです。ですから本来ならもっと優秀な研究者が担当するのが筋だと思うのですが。
Could there be some circumstance preventing you from handing over your position?
わからないんです。
Yuzu furrows her eyebrows in perplexion.
誠一さんは未知の動力使いですからゆずが独占するのは良くないと思うんです。でも だからって誰にも譲りたくないんです。
I see. But why is that?
ゆずもそこがよくわからないので悩んでいるんですよ。
I see.
ゆずはどうすればいいんでしょうね。
Yuzu's slender shoulders rise and fall as she lets out a small sigh. I don't really understand everything, so I only have one thing to say. Don't worry about it. I'll only accept examinations from you. If they try to switch someone else in, I'll refuse. I only want to be examined by you, Yuzu.
あの
Why are you so surprised, Yuzu?
いえ、
I wonder why she's blushing.
誠一さんがそう言ってくれて、ゆず、すごく嬉しいです。
Really? I guess that's alright.
頑張って検査します。頑張れゆず、負けるなゆず。はい。
What are you mumbling about?
なんでもないです。
Looks like she's fortified her resolve. She's still clinging to her binder with a completely blushed face though. What's wrong? Are we okay not doing any more examinations?
検査ですね。はい。検査と血圧と心肺機能の確認を。
Didn't we just do that?
そうでした。じゃあ、血液検査を。
I've done that quite a bit already. Does that change based on my condition? Yuzu's face gets redder and redder. So it looks like today's examinations are over.
あります。検査、大事な検査が。
She spreads her arms wide to block my way. For some reason, her eyes are tearing up. Alright, let's get this over with quick.
はい。
With only a slight nod, Yuzu looks down at the contents of my patient chart with a bewildered expression. A few more minutes of silence pass. By the way, what kind of exam is it?
それがちょっと複雑な検査で。
Is it difficult?
難しいといえば難しいような。
Huh? What's up with that evasive reply? She's usually much more articulate. Are you trying to dance around the subject?
聞く。
What are you gulping for?
検査だもんね。これは検査、これは検査。
Yuzu continues to mutter and puts on some latex gloves.
聖一さん、
What's the matter all of a sudden?
服を脱いでください。
There's nothing to yell about over removing my clothes. I start to pull up my shirt, but Yuzu shakes her head. Her already flushed face gets redder by the second.
下を脱ぐのです。
Lower? You mean my pants? Oh, I get it. Even though we are childhood friends, I guess telling me to take off my pants is embarrassing. There we go. How's that?
いいです。あとは下着も。
Hey, wait a sec. Why do I have to take off my underwear?
脱がなくても出せますか？
Take what out?
言
Yes?
えない。研究でなら平気なのに、これは研究なのに。そう、研究だもん。だから恥ずかしくないもん。絶対に見ませんから、出してください。
Are you talking about that?
あれが何を示すかわからないですが、多分それです。
It's a little embarrassing, but since she said she won't look, I guess it's alright. I roll down my underwear and present myself to Yuzu.
お尻じゃないです。
I thought you said you weren't going to look.
だって見ないと検査できないじゃないですか。
Well, of course not.
それに違うもん。ゆずが出してほしいって言ったのはお尻じゃないもん。
What else is there to take out? Yuzu is taken aback and furiously shakes her head in embarrassment. Just to clarify, if it's not my butt, then is it that?
そうです。正規です。男性生殖器です。これでいいですか？出してください、早く。
God save me! Well, I guess the Kotona destroyed the gods though. Can I ask you one thing?
何です？
Why are you getting all mad?
恥ずかしいからに決まってるじゃないですか。
Yeah, it is pretty embarrassing, but it's more so for me. I don't get the luxury of watching, I have to present. So, what are those gloves for?
採取するのに使うんです。
I'm getting a bad feeling about this. What exactly are you sampling?
そんなこと聞かなくてもいいじゃないですか。
No, 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 no. It's pretty scary to be entrusting my body to you.
採取するのは
Yuzu's face is pure red and she's shaking in her boots. It's got to be something bad. Is?
正義です。
Sheeman? All of my thoughts grind to a halt. I don't even know how long I was suspended in thought.
わかりましたか？これは検査だから仕方ないのです。だから誠一さんも観念して協力してください。
Wah! Wait, calm down.
これが落ち着いていられると思いますか？
Yuzu glares up at me with teary eyes.
始めますね。
Yuzu says this in a fierce tone and grabs my hips. Seriously, wait a sec, don't grab my underwear.
ゆず、この検査をするためにお勉強したんです。
What kind of studies were that? I ask her this, struggling against her efforts to pull down my underwear.
どうやったら男の人の精液を採取できるかです。
I have no idea what she watched to study for this. Yuzu tries to cover up my thing with her gloved hands.
手でこすったら出るんですよね。
She isn't wearing any gloves though. Now listen here, it's just not that simple. Well, it actually is, but I raise my voice in protest along with trying really hard to ignore her hand touching me there.
でも教材を見ていたら簡単に出してましたよ。
What the hell kind of teaching materials are these? That guy was probably a professional. Calm down, this isn't even a test or an examination anymore.
早く出してください。
I'm telling you, it's not something I should just simply whip out. I'm trying really hard to pull up my pants now. However, Yuzu is looking up at me and trying really hard to pull down my underwear. We're stopped by some intruders in the middle of our tug of war. The door suddenly flies open and some people barge in, bickering. Yuzu falls on her butt. What? What are these two doing here? And why are they fighting? Having just walked into the research lab, in the background are Akane and Eve, swords drawn, quarreling with each other.
だから誠一は私の大切なチームメイトなのだ。
Oh, it's about that.
ちょっとだけ貸してくれればいいってそう言っているじゃありませんの。貸すとか貸さないとかそういう問題ではなかろう。返すつもりもないくせに。いずれ大場は当家の入り婿として大切に扱うから私に譲りなさい。本人の意思を無視して何を言う。ならこんな好条件いずれ納得してくれるはずですわ。ダメだ。
Hey, what are you two doing?
止めるな。無関係なものの口出しは無用。そうですわ。部外者はすっ込んでいらっしゃいな。
Unrelated? Outsider? I'm pretty sure I'm the topic of the conversation though.
参ったな。止めたんだけど聞いちゃいない。
このままキャットファイトにもつれ込まないかな。
The bewildered Jin and oddly excited Chiharu also enter. What's going on? Why is Austin here at our school?
靖国さんと会うために正々堂々正門から入ってきたって息巻いてたよ。
Ah, so she pressured the principal into giving her permission.
靖国、隠していないでさっさと大葉を出しなさいな。しつこいぞイブ。聖一は検査中でここにはいないと言っただろう。
Huh? Jean and I look at each other when Akane says this. Maybe she has noticed that I'm in here yet?
完璧に頭に血が上ってる感じだからな。
While we stand there in amazement, Akane and Austin's arguing intensifies.
早く出しなさいってば。出せと言われて簡単に出せると思うのか。
I'm being treated as an outsider at the moment, so I'm just sitting here thinking. This is oddly reminiscent of the conversation I just had with Yuzu.
大葉の独り占めは許せなくってよ。イブだって独り占めするつもりだろうが。
Akane is brimming with rage, and an aura of heat begins to surround her. I get the feeling I've seen this before. I don't even get a chance to think. Bwah! I'm not sure if I was lucky or unlucky, but I am blasted out of the open window in the room. I've been hit by this residual doryoku more than enough times during practice. Wow, the sky is so blue. Ow! I was able to enjoy a brief stroll through the air before landing on my back in the lawn of the courtyard. The research lab is on the first floor, so it looks like I didn't suffer any injuries. Damn, that was dangerous.
大葉、飛行動力？
Huh? I look up at the voice and see Toko sitting there with a book in one hand. No, just a little bit of trouble.
ズボン。
Toko interrupts my explanation and says just one word. Oh crap! I look down and yell out in surprise. Oh crap! The shockwave must have knocked my tighty whities down because they're now at my ankles. Sorry! I turn my back to Kamishiro and pull up my underwear.
さっきから研究室が騒がしい。
Yeah, I give up. I summarize everything that happened. And that's how I was blown out the window and landed here.
そう。
Toko gives a short reply to my story, closes her book and stands up.
研究室に行く。大葉も来て。
Kamishiro is acting a little strange. She's usually not one to order people around. Okay, it's safe for me to come, right? I'd rather not get blown away again.
大丈夫。
Kamishiro seems to be pretty confident, so I briskly walk to the research lab with her. Akane and Austin are still up in arms when we arrive at the research lab.
引けイブ。あら、靖国こそ引いた方がよくてよ。
Despite having a huge difference in doryoku ability, the two are duking it out.
いいこと靖国。大葉の動力アンプは確かに大したものですわ。でもそれを生かすには私のような超一流の動力使いが必要。あなたでは力不足ですのよ。力不足かどうかかはまだわからないではないか。私だって修行している。聖一にふさわしいのはお前ではない。修行して、それで動力ランクはどうなりましたの？単体では SC のあなたが対抗戦に出てもひとひねりにされるだけですわ。怪我をする前にリタイアなさいな。そこまでバカにされてリタイアなどするわけがあるか。決めたぞ。私は対抗戦でイブをコッテンパンにしてみせる。コッテンパンのめっちゃくちゃにされるのはどちらかまだお分かりになっておりませんの？あなたが怪我をしては忍びないと思って言って差し上げているというのに、このわからずや！わからずやはどっちだ？
If you take a closer look, they aren't really using their doryoku. Maybe that puts them on even ground.
そこまで二人とも。
Toko calls out to them in her usual frigid tone of voice, but it doesn't reach their ears.
剣を引いて靖国。オースティンも話を聞く。うわ、神城さん、
いいところに来た。僕たちじゃ手に負えなくて。
二人とも躍起になっていて人の話を聞いていないんだ。
ねえねえ、キャットファイトはまだ？研究機材を壊さないでください。
All of the bystanders call out desperately to Toko.
聖一はここにはいないのだ。イブはさっさと学園へ帰れ。
靖国こそさっさと諦めて里へ帰ったらいかがかしら。いい加減にして。
Toko murmurs a little and the room temperature begins to drop drastically.
おっと、また弾かれるぞ。
Jin protects me with his Doryoku.
二人分はさすがにきつ。あ。
Jin falters. He puts a hand on his forehead and falls to his knees.
まったく兄貴の役立たず。カオルくん、聖一くんを守ってあげてね。
In Jin's stead, Kaoru stands in front of me to prevent me from getting blasted by another Doryoku shockwave.
あら、神城じゃない。こんなところで奇遇ですわね。この学園の学生、ここにいるのは当たり前。
どうしたのだ。そんな怖い顔をして。
これが普通。
Pulled back from their own little world by the cold, they both put away their swords. Upon confirming this, Kamishiro looks over her shoulder and calls to me.
大場、座ってそこへ。
Me?
正座。
Why do I even have to kneel?
すべての原因だから。
僕はこの辺で失礼しようかな。
僕もキャットファイトしないみたいだし。あなたたちも浮かれすぎ。
Along with her curt statements, the room temperature drops even more. It's so cold I can see my own breath.
ドアが凍って開かないよ。
どうしよう。
Kamishiro just points at the chairs.
まずそこへ腰掛けて。
I have to kneel and they get chairs?
でもこの椅子カチコチに凍ってるよ。
ほんとだ。これじゃ床に正座と変わらないよ。
トウコ、騒ぎを起こしたのは私たちだ。聖一たちは。
騒ぎの原因は大場。神城の言う通りですわね。それでは私はこの辺で。
As Orson says this, she doesn't head for the frozen door, but towards the open window.
なんてこと。窓まで氷で閉ざされてしまいましたわ。
こうなったら一連卓勝だな、イブ。
Akane looks like she's accepted her position, but Austin grabs her own arms for warmth. Jin, Kaoru, Yuzu and Shiharu are also huddled up together for warmth. The thermostat in the room shows the temperature plummet below 0 degrees.
みんなはしゃぎすぎ。特に大場は浮かれすぎ。
No, I'm not happy at all.
自覚がないだけ。
Toko harshly chastises us. This atmosphere, or rather, this cold, doesn't really leave much room for retort.
女の子に触れられて鼻の下を伸ばしたり。
About that.
女の子にズボンを下ろされてデレデレしたり。
Wait a sec, that's twisting the truth.
すべて原因は大場。
Toko ignores all of my protests during her declarations.
大場がはっきりとした態度を示さないからこうなる。
I'm sorry. I don't really know why Toko is so angry, but in the meantime, I apologize.
謝れば済むことじゃない。はっきりと意思を示すべき。
What do I need to assert? So like, say I don't like being touched or linked arms with?
嫌だなんて思っていなかったはず。
Bullseye. I've only been thinking that my time to shine had finally arrived.
大場は女子に囲まれて浮かれているだけ。
Yeah, I can't deny that. All I can do is reflect upon myself after being lectured by Toko in this freezing room.
聖一が全ての元凶なのはともかく、なんで俺たちまで冷凍食品みたいにならなくちゃいけないんだ。
周りでそれを見て楽しんでいた。
ああ、なんだかあったかくなってきた。お花畑が見えるよ。
I cast a long glance at Kaoru. I tried to silently express such things as, I'm sorry, this is my fault, or please save me.